So today we are going to talk about one of the biggest cases since the O.J. Simpson case in the 90s. We are talking about Casey Anthony. So Casey Anthony is a 19-year-old girl who fell pregnant and gave birth to a bouncy little baby girl and named her Kaylee Marie Anthony. She doesn't know who the father is. Sometimes Casey would take Kylie with her to her boyfriend's place by the name of Tony Lazaro. However, 3 months before Kylie's third birthday, on the 16th of June, Kylie goes missing. Interestingly, her grandparents didn't even know that Kylie was missing, and they've been gone for 31 days. During the 31 days of Kylie's missing, Casey was all over the clubs, partying it up. On the 2nd of July 2008, Casey went and gotten herself a tattoo on the back of her shoulder, written Bella Vita. That is Italian for beautiful life. Of course, George drove the car back home, absolutely angry, and went straight to Cindy and said to her, "Go to the car and come back and tell me what do you get there." Of course, Cindy goes to the car because she's worried. Where is her granddaughter and where is her daughter? And then when she gets to the car, and she was also hit with this pungent smell, and she said, "The car smells like death." And this is when they became worried. So when Casey arrived home, and she was not talking. She had an attitude. They tried to ask her questions about where the baby was. She said, okay, the baby is with the nanny. This is when she broke the news and said, well, Kylie is with the nanny who refuses to give her back to her. Of course, this is a case of kidnapping. And what did Cindy do? She climbed right on the phone and called 911 to report a missing child. Also, the child is known to be with the nanny who refuses to return the baby. Some of the police went to the Universal Studios basically to interview her co-workers. When they got there, they were shocked to learn that Casey hasn't worked at the Universal Studios in little over 2 years. So this is when the police realized that Casey is lying to them. So the police were left with no any other choice but to arrest Casey for child neglect. They also arrested her for lying to the police and also charged her with interfering with a criminal investigation. Therefore, this rendered Casey as the prime suspect in her daughter's disappearance. And Casey immediately became the most hated mom in the United States. On the 11th of December 2008, Roy Kronk comes across a bag. He tried to open it and he saw it had skeletal remains of a human. He immediately called 911.